And it's time for Lefties Losing It. And the ladies of The View have become so toxic, so unlikable and full of bile that even the woke warriors at ABC and parent company Disney are telling them to tone down their political commentary, to just rethink the constant anti-Trump hate and hysteria, to perhaps, I don't know, stick to the facts so they don't have to issue so many corrections and apologies. But sadly, these ladies will not be told. They are going to keep up the lies and hate. Here is Whoopi Goldberg lying about Donald Trump again, firstly claiming Memorial Day was the first time Trump has said anything positive about Gold Star families.
It was about time we heard him give the Gold Star families their due. It was about time he did that because he spoke and said, we are proud of our Gold Star families. This is the first time, at least maybe, unless you've heard him do it.
No, he's hosted them at the White House in his first term.
Right, but the last time we collectively heard him talking about Gold Star families, it was not positive.
It was only last September when these hysterical harpies were criticising Donald Trump for visiting Arlington National Cemetery with Gold Star families. The left said that was politicising Arlington. And let's not forget the Gold Star families that endorsed Donald Trump at the Republican National Convention. But that's apparently the first time he has mentioned them or said anything positive, according to Whoopi. Now let's hear from Misery Guts Joy Behar, who wonders why the Commander-in-Chief is even speaking at West Point. Then she claims that Donald Trump is walking into walls.
So why would they invite him to speak at West Point? And wearing the hat was a political move also. That shows you that
the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed
Forces. The hat is
Forces.
politics. It's not about anything but that. So he's supposed to be not political at West Point or Arlington Cemetery, and there he is being political and rambling. Jake Tapper needs to do another book. Because he was rambling, he's running around. I see pictures of him walking into walls.
And if you think she's miserable and delusional, let's hear from Anna Navarro, who is only happy when she's out of the country and away from Trump. You know what, Anna? You can always stay out. Perhaps you could join Rosie in Ireland.
I was out of the country, and for 5 blissful days, I didn't hear his voice. I had no cell service and I had no TV. But then I come in and I watch a clip like this one, up to your point of what you were just talking. Can we see the clip?
Yeah.
As a linguist, translator, and cryptologic technician.
Right. I mean, if Joe Biden said that, right, we'd be talking about his cognitive skills and cognitive decline for days. But
why does the media avoid it with him? Tell me.
Yes, Donald Trump mispronouncing one difficult word means he's Joe Biden now, who routinely spoke incoherent sentences, who struggled to deliver the simplest lines of an auto cue. These ladies are really clutching at straws, and this is after they've been told to dial back their lefty lunacy. Now, Whoopi not only had a go at Donald Trump, defamed Donald Trump, she also attacked J.D. Vance and Pete Hegseth, men who risk their lives serving their country.
Pete Hegseth knows better. He knows what it's like to be a service person. Vice President Vance knows. He knows how hard it was, because I'm sure one of the reasons he went there is to elevate his life. He comes from very, very poor people. And the fact that you don't stand up and say, you can't do this to these folks. I've worked with them. I know what they go through. Instead, we get this kind of...
She was so enraged, she couldn't even finish that sentence. You know, the way these hysterical harpies are carrying on, you think there was a crisis in the military. Instead, the opposite is true. Morale is finally high after years of degradation. And the evidence of that is in the recruitment numbers, which have surged to new highs. They surged to record numbers after Donald Trump's election triumph back in November and have stayed high ever since. But facts and figures are abhorrent to the ladies of The View. Let's end our little View catch-up with Joy Behar, who left her phone on during filming, so very professional there, Joy. And listen to her say that she would rather die than be saved by a Trump supporter.
I wouldn't even let him give me a Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah.
That's how little I feel about people. I don't know.
Well, and a MAGA supporter is like
calling you right now.
I got it.
Somebody's.
I fixed it.
Now let's check in with someone who seems to be auditioning for The View, actress Kyra Sedgwick. She's married to Kevin Bacon, in case you're interested. Well, she seems to think that women in America are about to lose their right to vote.
Wondering how you're feeling about the state of our union. Finding myself pretty scared about a lot of things, scared about losing my rights as a woman, scared about losing my right to vote as a woman, scared about losing autonomy over my body as a woman.
I would have thought her abortion days were behind her, but maybe I'm wrong. And in any case, you can get even late-term abortions in most blue states, most blue cities. But let's listen to more of this Hollywood star's unfounded fears.
Scared of my parents' Social Security checks, scared of food banks running out of food and not being able to replenish because they're no longer getting federal funding.
She really is part of the AWFL phenomenon. AWFL standing for AWFL, Affluent White Female Lefties. Let's check in on AWFL AWF Latino. Jennifer Lopez still works. She raised a few eyebrows with this performance. And she was pretty happy with herself afterwards.
There were little spicy moments in there.
There are little spicy moments in there. I hear the kisses are going viral. Yeah.
No doubt.
You know, Madonna and Britney did that like 20 years ago. It's a bit lame these days. But the kisses going viral is one thing. Something else that's going viral are questions about why J-Lo was so keen to warn America about the dangers of Donald Trump. Remember this?
He has consistently worked to divide us. At Madison Square Garden, he reminded us who he really is and how he really feels. It wasn't just Puerto Ricans that were offended that day, okay? It was every Latino in this country. It was humanity and anyone of decent character.
Decent character, she says. Yeah, she was very keen to warn America about Donald Trump, but she's P. Diddy's former girlfriend. Why didn't she warn the world about him? Didn't warn all the potential future victims about what sort of man he was and what sort of antics he got up to. We've all seen the hotel tape. Now here is a world leader losing it, or at least his partner Brigitte. Here's Brigitte double slapping the French president. Let's have a closer look at that in slow motion, please. That looked like a slap to me, a double-handed one, but the French president claims otherwise.
Je vais dire une vidéo beaucoup de bêtises. Sur ces 3 vidéos, j'ai ramassé un Kleenex, serré la main à quelqu'un et juste plaisanté avec mon épouse comme on le fait assez souvent.
I don't know if it looks like a backhander and feels like a backhander. It's probably a backhander, Emmanuel.